In this video, we'll be upgrading this 2021 Ford Bronco Sasquatch Edition with a simple level kit in order to plus size the tires to 35 inches. This is a front 1-inch level kit by Rough Country. Now we recommend following all the manufacturer's installation guidelines, but we will show you how we installed the kit and a few perspectives that helped us. The original tire size is a 265/70/17 or 31.6 inches in tire height. First, we remove the front tires, exposing all of the front suspension components. Next, we remove the outer tie rod link. Some people think you need to heat this to remove it, but that can deteriorate the inner urethane bushings inside the joint. It's better to hit the reinforced weld joint to break the shaft free from the spindle. We remove the brake line brackets to give us greater access to the strut. Next, we remove the upper control arm using the same principle with the upper ball joint. The vehicle only had around 55,000 miles, so parts relatively came apart easily. Next, the directions describe removing the sway bar end link at the control arm, but the lower control arm was not getting enough travel to allow us to remove the strut, so we took the link off completely at the top and bottom. Next, we removed the nuts on the lower end of the strut and upper strut tower. In total, there are only 5 nuts that retain the front strut mounts. After that, the axle shaft is pressed out of the hub, giving us cleared access to remove the front strut. We did give this vehicle a quick hose down, but there was still a lot of mud that can sometimes interfere with the install. We recommend getting as much as you can prior to the installation. Now the instructions state that the older strut bolts can be pounded out with a hammer, but we call BS, as we had to use a press to get them out. After cleaning the top plate of the strut, we can add the new double plates to the top. These new plates are stacked one on top of the other using the guide pins at the top of the strut. We give a quick brush to the lower mount on the lower control arm and add the lower plate before putting in our new hardware bolts. Next, we tighten all our top and bottom bolts to the proper specifications. We have installed hundreds of level kits over the years, with several Rough Country kits in most recent. They are a great way to get started with upgrading a vehicle's suspension and allow for larger tires, although we consider level kits as entry-level and not a performance upgrade. Now, we can start to reverse the process of reconnecting all our ball joints. The customer also requested we remove the front and rear wheel well guards so that the new 35-inch tires will fit. We did have to loosen the front bumper for the front mount to have enough clearance to be removed. The rear came out easily. Next, we repeat the same process on the passenger side of the vehicle. Remove all the linkage and components, clean the strut, add the plates, and reinstall. We program the new tire pressure sensors for the provided rims, which have an additional 20 millimeters of negative offset. The nearly 1 inch of additional negative offset gave a much better stance for position of the new wheel and tire in the wheel well. This customer decided to go with the Toyo Open Country RT Trail, a more aggressive option that's between the Toyo AT3 and the Toyo RT. After a quick balance ensuring the tires are smooth rolling and free of road vibration, they're ready to install. Now, this is a dramatic change in the stance and lower clearance with just a minor suspension advancement, giving this Ford Bronco a much greater advantage off-road. In most cases, vehicles that are manufactured with off-road capabilities are only in need of minor changes to upgrade clearance and greater traction with the right tire pairing. If this video brought you value, be sure to like it and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new content.